So it's the last week of school and I'm already taking down my classroom and it looks so sad. So I usually put a lot of color in my classroom in general, like rainbow colors, as you can see. But I'm taking it down and it just looks so sad. So my classroom is in progress of being taken down. Here I had my pictures and my homemade bulletin border type of things. And over here and here I had all of my characters, and it's slowly coming down. I took off the tissue paper flower borders for this board. I took off so those borders were over here, I took those down. All my posters at the top are gone, and it's just so sad. It kind of just makes you feel like the year just went by even faster once you start taking it down. But I'm at a continuation school, so we're on a quarter system. So it feels like it goes even faster than a normal year. So it's really nice, but I can't believe it's already summer. Like, summer is in like 3 days. It's kind of crazy. So we just had graduation yesterday for the students, and all the teachers have to go and shake hands with the students, congratulate them and everything. Today is a minimum day, tomorrow is also a minimum day, and then tomorrow is also the students' last day here of school. And then they have summer, but we are still here Friday, so we're gonna be cleaning up everything Friday, and I figured I might as well, get started on that. I put almost all of my stuff in my cabinet over here. So for the most part, it all fit. I was told that the summer school teachers don't get the keys to that cabinet, so it's nice that I don't have to take all the stuff home and just put it in storage. So I could just put it all in that cabinet, and then if I end up moving classrooms, I could just roll that cabinet to the other classroom instead of having to take all my stuff in my arms and drag it all the way over there. So it's kind of nice. But yeah, so at the end, Friday, we just have to turn in our books, we have to turn in our Chromebooks, our keys, and that's pretty much it. Then we're done, then we get to leave. But I want to try and get everything else down so that I don't have to deal with it on Friday, and then once I'm done turning in all my keys and everything, I could just leave. And then it'll be summer for me, and then I'm super excited because it's, I don't know, like 2.5 weeks until I get to go live in my house in Idaho. And that's super exciting because it's still hard to believe that I bought a house. And I think that the main reason is because it is in another state and I don't actually get to live in it yet. So I bought it in spring break, like the first week of April, and it's been so long and it just doesn't feel like I even have a house yet. So I'm super excited to go and live in my house and spend the summer there, and it's gonna be super exciting. So I'm gonna get back to cleaning up my classroom, and feel free to watch.
You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my true love, true to love. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. You better grab that tambourine. Bring the bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to cause a scene. Make some trouble, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my true love, true to love. Ooh. Crank it.
So if you didn't get a good enough look last time because the streamers were up, this is what I do over the outlets in my classroom. So I just grab about, 2-3 pieces of paper, and I fold them in half so it creates like this thicker paper, and I staple it on top of the outlet, and that just keeps all of the students away from the outlet so they aren't charging their cell phones in class. I prefer to not allow students to charge their cell phones in class around the walls, because then they're just standing against the wall the entire period, and no matter how many times like you tell them, oh, you can't stand by the wall if you're gonna plug in your phone, they do it anyways. So kids these days are so addicted to their phones that I created my own cell phone kind of collection thing. So I'll link a video right up here. If you click on this card right here, it will show you exactly what I do for cell phones, and they still get the chance to charge them. It's just away from them and they can't go on it. If you're interested in that, go ahead and click that link, and hopefully you like it. Give it a thumbs up if you like that one too.
You make my day. You make my day. Day. You make my day. You make my day. You make my day. Day. Princess, I'm mine. What have I done to deserve your royalty? 'Cause when you chose me, a simple man, you just made my day. You 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 made my day. I was just another guy. I thought I knew, but I guess love is blind. 'Cause when you chose me, a simple man, you just made my day.
So after I finished cleaning up my classroom, I went ahead and laminated these borders. These ones I made myself, so I'll insert a card right here at the top right corner so you can see how I made them. I've been working on these for a while and finally decided to laminate them since it's the end of the school year, so I can have them already ready for me next year. I laminated a lot of things, and I think it's really beneficial to keep them laminated so they don't get ruined. Once I laminate them, I cut them out. Here's some examples of how they look, and it's so much better to have them laminated so students aren't picking off the colors and messing them up. When you cut them, I suggest not cutting them too close to the actual border because they do split if you get too close to the picture. So the outside will be laminated but the inside won't, which is fine, but I'm going to actually laminate them again. I also decided to laminate one of my posters that I painted. So this one is Ursula, and if you don't know how I make these, I will put a card in the upper right hand corner so you can see how I make these posters. But I am doing a Disney villain theme in my classroom next year, and I tried to do it this year but I ran out of time, but I wanted to laminate her. The only problem is that our laminator didn't quite fit, so you can see on that little tentacle right there, it cut off some of the white part. Well, it didn't cut it off, but you know, it didn't laminate all the way through, so I'm probably going to run her through again in another angle just to make sure that that part gets laminated, just because I'm a little OCD about that. But that's what she looks like when she's done, and I'm going to do that with all of my posters. So this guy up in the corner, I'll laminate him too, and all the other posters I had up there. And I'm just going to keep the posters in my cabinet in my classroom so that they're ready for me next year when I come back to school.